Hello guys, today I chose an interesting topic. Yesterday I read an ArsTechnica article about password managers. I'll put the link in the description, so if you want to read it in depth, you can go and read it. It was an interesting topic about an interesting article about the password managers and how they claim to be so-called zero knowledge. So the claim provided by the password managers is that even the servers, even the administrators, even the companies that provide you the password management software, services, whatever, they don't know what are your passwords. So whenever you store your passwords securely with their servers, even the employees of the companies themselves cannot know what are your passwords because they use so-called zero knowledge encryption. But in this article, the researchers from several institutes, they have described several ways of attacks that actually these companies can actually gain access to your passwords. So why is this important? If you are a random guy who doesn't use any critical financial services, whatever, or you use your password manager for random forums, whatever, that's okay. But if you are, for example, a system administrator who uses this password manager to access some sensitive websites, sensitive assets, company related, security related, I don't know, government related, compromising those password managers could result in a significant financial, reputational, and several other types of losses. So the idea is should you be really using those password managers, or should you never use those password managers? So personally, it actually again comes down to a personal choice. It is not that these services software are not valuable, are not secure per se, but again, if state-sponsored hacker groups, state-sponsored companies, or let's be honest with one another, like if your company is located in the US and in the Germany, in the Russia, I don't know, and the state agency comes to this company, says, you know, you need to provide access to these guys' passwords so we can access his accounts. How do you think those companies are going to respond? More often than not, I believe that those companies are going to hand over your data. So again, you might say if you are not doing something wrong, whatever, you have nothing to hide. But again, this is two-headed spear. Like oftentimes, governments can actually go after journalists, go after some people that haven't done anything wrong, but still yet they won't access their accounts for some reasons. So what I do personally, I never used third-party password managers, never. I do use browser built-in password managers. I use Firefox browser. Even with that, I only use password manager for certain types of websites. The websites I don't really care about, like it's a random forum, whatever. So I can save passwords for the convenience. Or websites that I do care about, but I have enabled also the two-factor authentication for those websites, like it's my banking websites. So I can actually store the password of my banking website, but I do have an OTP or an app or some 2FA way, SMS, whatever. So I know even my password, whenever my password goes and is compromised, I know that bad actors cannot access even with the password. So I don't trust third-party managers, again, because in this article you can see that there are multiple ways of accessing accessing your passwords by the companies that provide you that service. It is not that they do that right now. It is not that they want to do that, but this is about the claim they make. The claim that this is like the services they provide, so-called zero knowledge. So if they even wanted to access your passwords, they couldn't, because they use such a technology that will never let them to access your passwords. But truth to the matter is that they don't. Okay, so whatever they claim to be zero knowledge is not really a zero knowledge. So if there is some bad actor, like state-sponsored hacker group, like a governmental organization going to your company that provides you that service, so more likely than not they can gain access to your passwords. And again, it's a honeypot. Like the password account, like the password manager, is like a Klondike. It's more often than not they can gain access practically to all of your accounts with this single account compromise. So so you really should be thinking about, do you want to use password managers, or you take more minimalistic approach with this kind of software. Again, personally, I don't use any third-party software. I only use built-in software for the browsers. I do use some kind of password managing software, but it's an encryption software. I put my passwords in a text file, encrypt, and store it in a random place on my computer, and backup it regularly on my flash drive, so I don't store it even on the cloud. Again, I'm not a I don't have any super sensitive access, but I'm a software engineer. I do have access to some company's sensitive data, so I try to minimize the attack surface as much as I can on my personal data and accounts, whatever. So okay guys, just think about that. Just another short video so you can think about these things, about your security, your privacy. Don't take these things lightly in this day and age, because again, the attacks are getting more sophisticated, weirder, like really sophisticated and sometimes weird every day. Given the rise of the AI, the researching tools, the sloppy code that is being put out there every day. So you should be aware about these things. Thanks for listening. See you in the next one.